Hello. All right, so we're going to walk and talk today, and I'm going to walk you through what a day in the life of a field inspector looks like. So if you're wanting to get into inspections and you're wondering like, okay, what does that day look like? Well, your day starts well before you hit the road and you get out there and you're doing inspections. So depending on the company that you're assigned with, you're going to get your contract. You have your contract, and then you're going to get your work. Your work is going to be assigned to you, and it's going to tell you the due date, the expected due date to have it back by. Could be 15 days, could be 30 days, could be a couple months out. So that inspection is going to be due back to the company by that time. So your responsibility is to get on the phone and start scheduling. So you want to start scheduling that appointment as soon as possible, coordinate the dates and the time. So what I do is go through, if I've accepted the assignment, I see what the price is paying. I, say, okay, yes, I'll accept. No, I'll decline. I want the fee. Whatever it is, depending on the company that you're with, you're going to accept that, put it on your list, gather your list together. Look at all your locations, look at all your dates, your due dates. Some might be a rush inspection, and you might get paid extra for doing that rush inspection. So you want to get that done. If you're going 45 minutes north, south, east, or west, you want to batch those together. So you're going to prepare your email. Most times when you go through training, they have given you an email format, or you should know how to prepare your email. So once you do that, your email, staring all my face, weird. Hang on. So once you prepare your email, get your addresses together, you're going to batch those out, see what dates you're available, and then send those out. Hopefully, normally what I do is send out my dates and times that I would like. Doesn't mean that that's going to come back, but it's the dates and times I'm available, because I would like to start at 9 o'clock on this day, 10 o'clock on this day, 11 o'clock on this day. So when I'm sending it out, I'll say, hey, August 15th at 9 a.m. for this location. Then the next one I do, depending on if it's close by or if it's, 20 minutes traveling distance, then I'll plan it accordingly. And then when I get the email back and confirm, put it on my schedule. I use Google Calendar to schedule my appointments, because I also have my signings in there for loan signing and notary work as well. So you get that back and start scheduling, and hopefully you don't get too much kickback. Sometimes it could be a runaround. No, I'm not available that day. No, I can only do Tuesdays or whatever. But you do your best to get it done. And once you're heading out for the day, you make sure you have I usually print out if there's any inspection requirements, if there's any deferred maintenance repairs that needed to be reviewed. It's going to tell you in your report what they specifically want pictures of, in addition to your other 15 photos. So you want to make sure that you capture those pictures and upload those in the portal. So once you get through your inspection, you get there, you're going to meet the person, greet them, do the walkthrough, do the inspections. Generally doesn't take you long, 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how big the facility is. Get done. In your app or your portal, you can designate the time after you get done your inspections to upload and submit those reports, because it's not just pictures. There are reports that go with it, and then once you get done your report, you're going to submit. Or when you get done for the day after you're driving. So you could be driving, 45 minutes to your appointment, and sometimes the traffic is heavy. That's real. So the traffic could be heavy. That's going to be your day. You're out on the road, making sure you grab something to eat, have something to drink. You're refreshed, revived. So mentally, you're talking to people all day. It can be, it's a business, it's a job. you're running your own business. It's you. You know, maybe somebody calls in the middle of the day and cancels. I don't know. But these are all your responsibilities. So your day is a busy day. So if you can get those inspections scheduled in, and you're getting, 4 to 5 to 6, starting your day in the morning just like you would getting up for work, and then getting those inspections done and submitted back timely, when you come back, you might be exhausted. That's the reality. You very well might be exhausted. So that's not uncommon. So you might have to give yourself a minute. Some inspections will say do within 24 hours, so you want to make sure you submit those. If it's not close to the deadline, or even if it's over, you still want to submit it as timely as possible. That's what you're doing your best. And then you start the days all over again. So depending on your caseload and how many inspections you get from that company, you could be very busy. You're booking, scheduling 3 to 5 days, 6 days a week, whatever you choose for your schedule. If you want to batch them all in a day, go ahead and do it. But see what you can handle first and then go from there. So that is the day in the life of a field inspector. But getting your work done, making the appointments, driving to and from, and then submitting your reports afterwards, and then starting all over again. And guess what? Each month, you're doing this all over again. So if you want to make the high income, then you got to be consistent, and you got to, keep drawing your business in, and then looking for new contracts, things that are higher paying, and just booking those appointments. So that is the day in the life of a field inspector, whether it's commercial or even home inspections. It's you that's going to be scheduling those appointments and getting out there in the field. So grab the guide and get started.